But
Unfortunate.
speaking of games that you couldn't play at launch, boy, Star Wars Battlefront Collection. That bad boy. This is disappointing. This hurts. This hurts my
This
heart.
one hurts me like hard because look, they'll tell you every week. I was like, "Hey man, this shit is about to drop. Are we in there?"
Yeah. And I was just like, I'll wait and see how it launches.
Exactly. That was my thing. I saw because they were promoting this game heavy on Steam with a discount instantly. You had like a 10% discount if you pre-ordered. Instead of paying $40, it was like $35. And it was just like, man, this is great, right? It was kind of great. Like 64 player multiplayer maps. It just really seemed too good. And of course on launch, the game don't work.
The game,
the shit don't work. They released the game just to give you guys an idea. They launched the game on Steam with 3 servers hosting 100 and what was it, 3 times 64? What was it, 180 something or 190 something players were only able to log in out of a launch of 9,000 people who tried to play the game on launch.
Okay?
Right? Who cleared that? Who okayed that? Who made that decision?
Do you really think there's not going to be like?
Did they not get pre-order numbers?
They really thought that, hey, no one's gonna buy this game. There's only gonna be like 200 people who's gonna buy this game.
Did they not get pre-order numbers, bro? To know how many people were gonna log on and play this game on launch? Did they not get that? I'm trying to understand where the ball was dropped.
This is when this is when cash grab is like the most negative. This is the most negative version of a cash grab for real. Because they got people bought it. They're like, oh, this shit trash. Boom. OG Battlefront 2 is $10.
And you're better off playing that shit.
Yep.
It's very unfortunate, but the best comment that I've ever seen about this is, how do you release an unfinished version of a game that's been finished for 20 years?
Bro, why? Like, how? Who? I'm so confused because those games were great originally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
How do you not just repackage them and put them out? Add some more servers. Like, I know there's probably gonna be some bugs or whatever, but I don't. I'm not understanding how you can fuck up an old game. Obviously, I mean, of course, it's possible, right? We've seen it multiple times, but I don't even think it's who is it again? Aspire or whatever. I don't even think it's their fault, man. I feel like EA probably rushed them to make this shit or something. I don't know. It's like something happened. Something had to have happened between them and EA.
To give some context, Aspire actually made some decent ports. So these are guys who are not like, you know, like Green in doing these kind of things. They're actually pretty good at porting stuff like that. I think they ported what were you saying before? They ported
I think they ported.
I think the Tomb Raider.
They did the Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remaster recently, which is a fantastic fucking remaster.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's really great. It's a completely opposite end of the spectrum. Like, these are games that are touted for being like the remake is great, right? Like, you can switch between old graphics and new graphics on the fly. Like, it's like, what a great port that is.
I don't understand. Like, look how they massacred my boy, man. Like.
And the thing is, like, people want to play these games, dude. Like, I'm like, my heart's like crying right now, because it's like all I want to do is just play with my boys, because regular Battlefield right now, no one's on it.
Yeah, I wanted to buy this.
Let's
and
just assume that anything Battlefront related is just gonna suck from EA from now on.
Look, I know, but
it's so.
I don't think one Battlefront game has launched in a good state.
I don't think one Star Wars game has launched in a good state, period.
I think,
maybe, yeah.
I think that
probably
might
right.
You know, please, all right, for whatever next Star Wars games that come out, just please, for the love of God, just Just let it work. just
let it work.
Please.
They're working on
the version of a game we already had.
I'm lowering my standards to at least please work. Just run.
Just run. Please, it's just gonna be a title screen, and then that's it.
Like. It sucks being a fan of this series. It really just sucks. It's like it's not. There's no enjoyment in this shit. It's just pain.
It's just pain. Because where do they go from here? They're not gonna make a Battlefront 3 because of the whole storm. And the only way they're ever gonna make a Battlefront 3 is if they start popping off new Star Wars movies and have more like things to add to it. Because Battlefront 2, listen, in all fairness, the end result was a great game. Initially, a lot of bullshit. The things that made that game bad was not the game. It was the microtransactions. There's a lot of pay to win and shit like that. But once that game got going and then they released content and everything like that, if you play that game now, if you play that game today, that Battlefront 2 is a fantastic game. The new versions. The old versions are also great. Battlefront 1 and 2, great. This collection, ass, trash. And then one of my favorite quotes about it or review is from Lorebagger, who said, "Broken. It's like the equivalent of finding your kid 20 years later and you see them hooked up on Fent while gooning in their basement."
You're not wrong. That's so accurate,
bro. It's so that's the epitome of disappointment, right? Like it's just the epitome of just disappointment, and it hurts. Sometimes disappointment hurts so bad. This hurts.
Too much.
This hurts. Yeah.
Oh, well, man. One less game I have to buy in a sea full of games that are out right now and coming out. So whatever.
This can be fixed though. In being optimistic,
like
this can be
fixed.
Game.
It'll be fixed in a year.
It'll be fixed in a year. So when this game goes on, keep it on your wish list, fellas. When this game goes on sale, in about 6 months from now, and there's a big ass patch in 3 months from now, hopefully everything will be fixed and it should be good to go. But by that time the servers are going to be cooked.
or no one's going to play the game. Or no one's going to play the game, which was
Battlefront 1, amazing, a year later. Battlefront 2, amazing, a year later. Battlefront Collection, amazing, a year later. Battlefield, amazing, a year later. Like, none of these games launch right. Like, what the fuck is up with these guys? Like what are you doing?
It's super interesting. I used to be a Battlefield stan, and now that franchise is dead to me.
Like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
I'm not gonna lie. Battlefield is just dead to me. Like, they haven't released anything great. And you could say, hey, 2042, whatever, was great, like, now, but, like, bro, look at that shit on launch.
I'm tired of seeing that shit because I don't care now.
I don't care now, yeah. I cared on launch. I was hyped for that shit on launch. I was trying to get the homies to play on launch. And what happened? I had a free 10-hour trial. I played
I'm the kind of person,
7 hours of it and stopped playing.
If I don't play a game at launch when it's hype, I'll get back to it later. Maybe 3 years later when it's on sale. Maybe
never. Maybe never.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe never. Yeah.
Unless you get it for free.
That's the thing that hurts about this game, because it's like even when we're in the opportunity to play this game in a healthy state, no one's gonna be around to play it, which was the whole reason.
Nope.
Even if we wanted to go back, if we wanted to boot up Battlefront 2 right now and say like, hey, like let's play Battlefront 2, we can't get a game.
Right? I'm just gonna play the single player.
So
or we get a game as some fucking stan who just never got off the game for fucking 8 million years.
True, yeah, the sweats.
And that's just not fun either.
Of course. Everything unlocked. Right, everything unlocked from the get-go and they're just fucking destroying you immediately. Ugh.
This hurts, man. Let's move on.